Coming up on the Mountain Bike Chronicles, we reminisce about the dream year that FMB World Champ Cam Zink had in 2010. And we stop into the first event of the 2011 competition season, the highly anticipated Vienna Air King. All this and more coming up on Mountain Bike Chronicles. Virgin, Utah, USA. Staging post for the gnarliest freeride mountain bike competition in the world, the Red Bull Rampage. Joining us is the winner of last year's Freeride World Tour, Zink, who returns to the place of his biggest achievement.
We're standing here at the remains of the Oakley Center from the 2010 Rampage, where I wrapped up the first ever FMB World Championship. I'm sure there's some people that wrote me off, but I'm a seasoned vet nowadays. Been doing contests since I was like 16.
Alongside Rampage is Kokanee Crankworks. After his victories in 2006 and 2010, Zink showed the world of mountain biking that he was now the man to beat.
Last year was the first year I'd just been fully healthy coming into it, and then Crankworks came around and that was my day. Crankworks is one thing, but this is a little bit more iconic.
The "this" that Cam refers to is the Red Bull Rampage, where he demonstrates that he is a true big mountain freerider. To win the World Tour, however, you have to show that you're more than just a big mountain competitor.
I know that I can win dirt jump contests. You know, just because I won all that last year doesn't mean I'm not going to be on the hunt for FMB #2 this year. Heading off to Austria next week to try to wrap up #2.
Vienna, the Austrian capital city, is widely considered one of the cultural hotspots of Europe and hosts the opening event of the freeride season.
We're in Vienna for the Vienna Air King contest, and we've just finished qualifying.
The Vienna Air King is the first stop on the Freeride Mountain Bike World Tour, which covers all the best events of the season and unites them into one series.
I'm a very competitive person, so it's amazing for me that the FMB came up.
With crucial ranking points up for grabs, the Vienna Air King presents an opportunity that the top riders cannot afford to miss. The favorites are Sweden's Martin Soderstrom, who's a good all-round rider. Spain's Andreu Laconagui will also be in the running with his full-throttle style. And Sam Pilgrim of Britain is a machine that works like Swiss clockwork, landing pretty much every trick he attempts. Last but not least, let's not forget the champion of 2010, Zink. But where is he?
We got about an hour to be at the airport and make it. Bike's almost packed. Five minutes to check in.
5 minutes to check in is cutting it fine for anyone, and Zink cannot miss this chance to collect the first points of the competition season.
I'm Tarek Azuli. I'm FMBA Vice President, and we are here in Vienna for the start of the FMB World Tour 2011.
The FMB World Tour is such an awesome thing. It gives you more coverage, more prize money, and makes you just know where you stand within the ranking for the world.
We just want to bring more of a structure to the whole freeride mountain biking contest scene, which will give everyone more of a clear idea how important and what's going on. It's 20 events this year. There's categories diamond, gold, silver, and bronze. There's 2 diamond events. Whistler Crankworks has one, and also the Red Bull District Ride, which will be the grand finale of the tour.
Last year, Zink won it, and that was awesome for him. That's so crazy, because I know he's been out of loads of injuries and that, and then he just came out of nowhere and just destroyed the contest, which was really sweet. He came first in Crankworks, and he got first at Rampage, and yeah, it's awesome.
His performance was so good on such a top level that it represents the tour in a good way last year. It will be tough. There's a lot of guys out there that want to get the champion title.
So many good new riders that's just coming up, popping up from nowhere all the time. So it's amazing to see. So you never know who's going to win it.
Back in Utah, Cameron reminisces about the one jump he will be recognized for many years to come.
We're at what used to be the Oakley drop. I just put up a little pole to kind of get the size, see how big it used to be. Gnarly. It's pretty gnarly. A heavy day, a heavy week in my life, because I called this out at the beginning of the week and going over my head like probably at least 1,000 times, thinking, how am I going to do this?
Cam was willing to put it all on the line and attempt a 360, which is spinning one time around your axis.
And then the whole build up and then just eating shit. It was crazy how everything unfolded, because if we didn't have the whole lunch break, if we didn't have the rain delay, giving me the extra time to think about it, who knows what would have happened.
With all the breaks between the first and the second runs, it became all about landing the massive trick when it mattered.
It definitely was the pinnacle of my career so far. Like I said, all the injuries and just kind of getting put on hold for a couple years, and then it all just coming back together. It's been one of the best days of my life for sure.
Due to some last-minute passport issues, Cam Zink couldn't make the trip to Vienna. But the event is still electrified as the excited crowd anxiously awaits the start of the best trick contest. One rider who's sure to light it up is Andrea Lukanagi.
I'm working on this crazy trick that I'm probably going to do this year, and if it works, I'm going to be on a Lamborghini.
The Spaniard will have his work cut out for him as both Martin Soderstrom and Sam Pilgrim look to have the course figured out. The other riders are trying everything to displace the Spaniard.
All right, well, here we go. This should be the run.
Having watched his rivals stick decent runs, Andreu tears up the course.
Double backflip of the best trick? Well, I mean, is there anything he can't do?
And takes home the crown of Vienna Air King best trick with his trademark double backflip. With danger coiled around every corner, the Red Bull Rampage is an important event for Zink.
Even though there's no Rampage this year and it's more of a dirt jump and slopestyle driven year for the FMB, I'm still feeling really confident that I can take number 2, and there's no reason why I can't.
In the barren hills of Utah, Zink is at peace with his surroundings. Just as he is in slopestyle competition, a crucial factor in repeating as champion in 2011.
I think it's a good pressure to have the title, and I haven't really been in that position before, you know, especially since we've never had a series before.
But who are Cameron's big rivals?
Yeah, I guess we could just talk about Simba. That's the rivalry that's brewing. I took him out by 13 points out of on a 2,000-point scale last year, so he was pretty chapped, and it's going to be a good year of battling.
Only the future holds the answer to whether Zink, Semenuk, or any other rider will come out on top in 2011. With neither rider in Vienna, it was up to the other competitors to step up. Sweden's Martin Soderstrom is poised to ride. The Swede flies out of the gate determined and negotiates his way through the Austrian course, but unfortunately, his run is only good enough for 4th place. A disappointing run for Martin.
So 4th place for Martin, no change in the ranking for him.
Up next is Sam Pilgrim. After landing an impressive no-handed backflip, he nails a 720 to set the biggest score of the day so far.
92.67, the day's high score. Pilgrim
As more riders pour down the course, Yannick Grenier of France anxiously looks on and prepares himself for his run. The French rider's powerful style looks impressive as he rolls into the finish area. The crowd and fellow competitors seem to like what they saw. What will the judges say? The final rider is American Greg Watts, who dislocated his shoulder during the best trick contest and looks to be in real discomfort.
He could barely lift his right arm above.
Despite his obvious injury, Watts blasts his way through the course and looks determined to climb onto the podium. An anxious wait ensues as the judges tally the final scores. The riders can only sit and hope.
Rider today at the Vienna Air King, Sam Pilgrim. Nicely done for Sam.
The decision finally arrives. It's Britain's Sam Pilgrim who comes out on top to be crowned Vienna Air King 2011. After the first event of the FMB World Tour, the standings show Sam Pilgrim on top, leading Yannick Grenier in second and Greg Watts in third. Martin Soderstrom will have to up his game to climb the leaderboard. In the next episode of Mountain Bike Chronicles, we hook up with downhill superstar G. Atherton as he takes us around the opening World Cup event of the season in Pietermaritzburg, South Africa. The Rocky Mountain Freeride team will also check in from the birthplace of freeriding in Kamloops, BC, Canada. All this and more coming up on Mountain Bike Chronicles.